Hello everyone, wishing you all a wonderful day. Today we're going to explore a story of love and sacrifice. Alex and Tu Na are building their dream home for little Henry. But will their happiness survive when a dark secret threatens to take it all away? Let's find out. Morning sat low over the garden beds. Dew clung to the bamboo like it didn't want to let go. Alex measured the distance between two stakes. Tu Na held the string steady, fingers dusty, quiet and present. Henry's backpack waited on the porch step. From the town road, the kindergarten bell rang thin through the mist. Henry ran out in his little sandals and shouted without shame, "Mom Tu Na! Dad Alex!" Alex crouched, fixed Henry's collar, kissed his cheek. "Go have fun," he whispered. His phone vibrated, once, then again, harder, like it was trying to break skin through fabric. Alex glanced down and felt his stomach turn. Final notice, payment due today. 5 p.m. He slid the phone back into his pocket like he could bury the message in cloth. He stood too quickly. Tu Na noticed the change in his face. Not panic, something smaller, like a crack you only see when light hits it wrong. "What is it?" she asked. "Just work," Alex said, too fast to sound honest. "I'll handle it." Henry waved once more and ran through the bamboo gate toward the road. Tu Na followed him with her eyes until he disappeared into the fog. Alex picked up the hammer again. He stared at the next bamboo post like it was a decision. Thud, thud. The post sank deeper, straightening under his grip. Tu Na handed him warm water. "You'll ruin your hands again," she said, not scolding, just caring. Alex didn't answer. He only lifted the hammer as if building faster could silence time. Thud, thud. And somewhere in his pocket, the clock kept counting down to 5 p.m. The fence grew the way hope grows, slow, by inches, by stubborn daily effort. Alex came every morning before the workshop fully woke up. He measured, he dug. He forced his body into a rhythm that didn't leave space for thinking. Tu Na moved with him like they'd trained for this without realizing it. She held the rope line taut. She kept the posts aligned. She wiped sweat off his temple when his hands were full. The outdoor stove started to feel permanent. A thin ribbon of smoke in the air, the smell of rice, the small comfort of hearing water boil. At school, Henry learned the rules of waiting. He lined up, he took turns, he ran to the wooden horse and laughed like the world had never hurt him. When he came home, he talked through dinner like he was reciting proof. "I waited. I played swing. I said please." Tu Na smiled, but her eyes kept drifting to Alex's phone. Face down beside his plate, silent but heavy. Alex kept saying the same thing. "We're almost there." Tu Na didn't ask what there meant, because lately there sounded like a place she might arrive too late to recognize. The money changed shape without warning. A bag of nails cost more than last week. A bamboo delivery demanded full payment up front. Small things that added up like unseen leaks in a boat. One evening, Alex walked the fence line alone, flashlight in hand, counting posts like counting breaths. Thud, thud. In his mind, the sound landed even when his hands were empty. He checked his phone in the dark. The lender's message was still there. Cold, short, certain. Tu Na found the invoice the next morning under a coil of rope. Bamboo delivery, paid in full, stamped yesterday. She sat on the porch step and read it twice. Not because she didn't understand, because she did. When Alex came back from the school run, she held the paper out. "Did you pay this?" she asked. Alex froze for a beat too long to be nothing. "Yes," he said. Then softer, "I handled it." Tu Na turned the invoice over. On the back was her own handwriting. A number, a calculation, a note to herself, "Sell fruit on Friday." She didn't raise her voice. She didn't accuse. She just looked at him like she was checking if he was still the same man. "I didn't want you to worry," Alex said. Tu Na nodded once. "Funny," she replied, calm as dirt, "because I didn't want you to worry either." A lie sat between them, not sharp, just heavy. Alex's phone buzzed again. He didn't look. He just lifted the tape measure like the next number could save them. Tu Na watched him choose silence over truth, and for the first time, the fence didn't look like protection. It looked like a line being drawn. Thud. Thud. A neighbor hammered somewhere down the road, and Tu Na flinched like sound could bruise. That afternoon, Henry ran out at pickup the way he always did, sandals slapping fast, arms open, face bright. "Dad, Alex." Alex lifted him, kissed his forehead, inhaled that warm child smell of milk and sunshine. For 1 second, everything looked right. Henry leaned into Alex's shoulder and whispered, like it was a secret between boys. "I miss you when you're quiet." Alex's smile tightened. Tu Na heard it from where she stood and felt it hit her like a stone. At home, Tu Na moved through routines carefully. Rice rinsed, water boiled, lunchbox washed for tomorrow, as if order could keep the house from shaking. Alex kept talking about work, a new order, a better month, a plan. Tu Na listened until she couldn't anymore. Then she opened the drawer by the kettle and pulled out a small clinic booklet. Folded, worn, the kind of thing a woman hides without meaning to. Alex's eyes went to it immediately. "What's that?" he asked. Tu Na placed it on the table and opened it flat. Several dates were crossed out, not postponed. Missed. "I stopped going," she said. 2 months. Alex stared at the marks like they were cracks in a wall he hadn't inspected. "Why?" he asked, and his voice sounded smaller than he wanted. Tu Na didn't dramatize it. That was what made it unbearable. "Because every time I had money in my hand," she said, "I heard the hammer." Thud. Thud. The sound echoed in Alex's head, and suddenly the fence felt less like a project and more like a cost. Tu Na touched her lower abdomen, not as a performance, just honesty. "I told myself I was fine," she said. "I told myself it was temporary. I told myself finishing this mattered." Alex's throat tightened. He thought of her smiling in the yard, holding the rope steady, telling Henry to be brave. It wasn't strength, it was a choice. A private sacrifice made so he could keep believing he was protecting them. Thud, thud. And the worst part was realizing she'd been paying with her body while he kept paying with promises. The next morning, the air felt thick, like the sky had opinions. Henry ate breakfast and swung his feet under the table, humming. He pointed at the fence line outside. "Soon it's finished," he said proudly. Alex forced a smile. "Soon," he repeated, and it tasted like guilt. After Henry left for school, Tu Na didn't clean up right away. She sat at the table with her hands folded, as if she was waiting for court. Alex stood near the doorway, unsure where to put his weight. He wanted to fix it. He wanted to say something that would stitch the tear closed. Tu Na spoke first. "Did you know?" she asked. "Did you know I missed those checkups?" Alex shook his head. "No." She nodded slowly, like that answer hurt more than any confession. "And the bamboo invoice," she said. "You said you paid it." Alex swallowed. "I didn't want you to." "Don't," Tu Na cut in, not loud, just firm. "Don't cover it with care." He went quiet, and in that quiet, his phone lit up again. The same number, the same pressure, the same shadow he kept dragging home. Tu Na looked at the screen, then at him. "Who is that?" she asked. Alex hesitated. That hesitation was the truth. Thud, thud. A worker in the yard tapped a test post, and Alex flinched like the sound was aimed at him. "It's an old debt," Alex said finally. "A guarantee I signed before we made this life." Tu Na's eyes stayed steady. "How old?" she asked. "Old enough," he said, "that I thought it was buried." Tu Na leaned back in her chair. "You don't bury debts," she said softly. "You bury families." Alex stepped closer. "I was trying to protect you," he insisted. Tu Na looked at him like she was studying a pattern she'd seen before. "Protecting," she repeated, "or controlling what you didn't want to hear." Alex's voice broke a little. "I didn't want you to be scared." Tu Na's reply was quiet. "But I was scared anyway," she said, "just alone." He tried to bargain. "We can pay it," he said. "I'll take another order. I'll push the factory harder. That's your religion," Tu Na said. And it wasn't an insult, it was grief. "Work harder, move faster, pretend speed fixes everything." Alex stared at the floor, then admitted the part he'd been hiding. "The lender doesn't just want money," he said. "He wants leverage. He wants me to miss a payment so he can claim part of the land." Tu Na's face shifted for the first time. Just a fraction, cold. "Which land?" she asked. Alex's eyes went to the fence line, to the bamboo posts rising like a promise. He couldn't say it, so he didn't. Tu Na followed his gaze anyway. She understood without words, and then the no-win choice landed between them. "Then stop," Tu Na said. "Stop the fence. Stop the house." Alex's chest tightened. "If we stop," he whispered, "we lose what we already paid for." Tu Na nodded. "And if we continue," she replied, "we might lose the ground under Henry's feet." Alex stood there, trapped between two kinds of ruin. No middle, no help, no clean answer. And then Tu Na said the line that flipped everything. "This didn't start when the bills arrived," she said. "It started when you signed and chose not to tell me." Alex went to the workshop with dirt still under his nails. He walked past stacks of wood like they were walls closing in. Lan met him at the office door. She saw his face and didn't ask for the story. She only gave him the next pressure. "The partner needs confirmation by Monday," she said. Alex didn't sit. He stared at the production board like it was a second fence he couldn't climb. "I can't," he said. Lan's eyebrows lifted, quiet shock. "If you delay," she replied carefully, "you lose the order." Alex nodded once. "I know." Lan studied him. "Is this about the farm?" she asked. Alex didn't answer, not because he didn't trust her, because he finally understood something. Truth spoken too late becomes a weapon. He walked out without signing anything. He crossed the workshop floor and told the men to slow down. No overtime, no rush. Some of them smiled in relief. Some of them looked scared. They didn't know what he was choosing. They only felt the consequence. Outside, Alex called the lender back. He did it in his truck, alone, where no one could see his hands shake. "I need time," he said. The lender laughed once. Small, sharp. "I gave you time," the man replied. "You used it to build bamboo fences like a hero." Alex's jaw tightened. "I'm paying," he said. "With what?" the lender asked. Then softer, "With your house or with your pride?" Alex didn't answer. He ended the call first. Thud, thud. In his head, the hammer landed again, and he wondered if he was the one being nailed in place. At home, Tu Na didn't touch the fence line. She didn't add another post. She didn't untie the rope either. She cooked. She packed Henry's milk. She moved through the day like a woman protecting something invisible. When Henry asked, "Why Daddy no hammer?" Tu Na crouched to his level. She didn't lie. She also didn't tell the whole truth. "Daddy is fixing a grown-up problem," she said. Henry frowned. "Is it my fault?" he asked, too quick for his age. Tu Na's chest tightened. "No," she said immediately, "never you." That night when Henry slept, Tu Na spoke to Alex without looking away. "If it comes to it," she said, "I will take Henry and go to Bartang's for a while." Alex went still. Not anger, not betrayal. Fear. "You'd leave," he whispered. "I'd protect," Tu Na corrected, calm. "And you taught me how." Thud, thud. And in the silence after, the unfinished fence felt less like a project and more like a warning. Sunday morning, the fence stood half-finished. Bamboo posts in a line, gaps between them like missing teeth. Henry ran his fingers along the rope and giggled anyway. To him, half was still something. Alex watched him from the porch. He looked older than last week. Not because of time, because of truth. Tu Na brought tea out and set it between them. She didn't sit close, but she stayed. Across the yard, the new wooden frame of the house caught sunlight. Fresh wood smell, clean lines, a dream you could almost touch. Thud. Thud. Alex picked up the hammer, held it, then set it down without striking, like he was afraid the sound would wake something. Henry came running with a crayon drawing from school, a house, a fence, 3 stick figures holding hands, 1 extra stick figure with long hair. For Grandma, Henry said proudly, and for Aunt Vi too. Tu Na smiled, real, soft. Alex felt something loosen in his chest, then his phone buzzed. 1 message, no greeting, a photo of a land map, a red circle around the exact strip beside their fence line. Below it, 2 words, Monday 9 a.m. Alex's hand went cold. Tu Na saw his face and didn't ask. She simply reached for Henry's drawing and held it like an anchor. Thud. Thud. A neighbor hammered somewhere down the road, and Alex realized the sound wasn't building anything anymore. He looked at Tu Na. He didn't promise. He didn't explain. He only asked very quietly, "If I have to choose tomorrow, will you still be here when I come back?"